my best friend. Didn't care about the rules, good on the weekends. I'll be in fools, drifting to deep space. So brave and so stupid, just like the movies. I was gonna stay in the fight with you, just thinking we would do this until we couldn't do it. Each and every high, every night with you, you and me so clueless.
Hi ladies, and welcome back to another decluttering video. I am tackling another section of my basement today, so get ready for lots of cleaning motivation, some major decluttering, and also some organization as well. I have started this decluttering project, what I call it, of my unfinished basement a few weeks ago. So you are definitely gonna see a lot of like real life messes that I am cleaning up. I'm gonna link the previous videos down below in case you wanna see like how bad it is or how bad it was at the beginning. I am not done yet after this video. There's probably 2 or 3 more videos coming after that because I am doing that in sections, because this is just how my life looks like. I am a full-time working mom. I have 2 kids who are 5 and 9, and I do have that full-time job that keeps me very busy during the day, and with all the after-school activities I just don't have enough time to dedicate to just kind of few days to just sit there and clean. So my methodology was to really do it in sections. I dedicate either 30 minutes, an hour, sometimes even 2 hours if I find it, and kind of tackle it that way. So if you have some major decluttering of a room or a house to do, don't get discouraged if you are lacking time. Just I really suggest doing that in sections, in room by room, or even sections of the room, and do as much as you can with the time that you got, and you will definitely see the progress, just like I am seeing with this basement. So today I am starting with assembling a shoe rack. We have lots of shoes in our family, even though it's just 4 of us, but we do live in the Chicago area, so we have all kinds of weather, so which means we kind of need all kinds of shoes. And I don't have enough room to store all the shoes on like the main level, so I wanted to create some storage space that I can close off in the basement. So that way, during summertime I can store winter shoes, during wintertime I can store summer shoes. And as you can see in the back, there is some shoe storage, but it doesn't have enough space for all the shoes. I have shoes kind of everywhere in the house, in closets. There's plenty of shoes in that giant pile of stuff that you see behind me. So I wanted to create something that, again, I can cover so it doesn't get dusty and it can store many more shoes than the current one has.
You know that I'ma keep it cool. With you I feel like breaking rules. On the edge, looking out with no parachute. You know I'm dreaming about us two, playing around without a clue. On the edge, cleaning out. With us it's all or nothing. Ooh, but guess I need more of you. With us it's all or nothing, but guess I need more of you. You say it during night, but in the morning you just leave. With us it's all.
So like I said, I am definitely on a decluttering journey. I actually have been decluttering my house for the past 2 years, little by little, but I think with decluttering, the more like you declutter, the more motivated you get to get rid of more stuff. And recently I finished reading a book by Allie Casazza called Declutter Like a Mother. I'm going to link it down below. It's an amazing book. I also started listening to her podcast as well. And when I was going through the process of kind of learning her method of decluttering, I have learned something about myself that I never thought of. And that is that I am just like a lot of people. When you watch like videos to get, decluttering videos, cleaning videos, organizing videos, it's always so awesome to look at it and see kind of the progress of it and see how people nicely organize it. I do it myself. I love those videos. But I have noticed that what I am doing is instead of decluttering, I am organizing my clutter. So um, that is definitely a mistake I have been making. I put it in nice containers. I, put it in nice storage bins. But I am not truly decluttering as much as I need to do. So the number of or the amount of clutter doesn't really decrease, and I still have the same amount of stuff to maintain, and that causes me to gather more clutter, and then I am overgrowing my space, and it's kind of I'm repeating that cycle over and over again. And I think because I mentioned before, this is the second time I am decluttering this basement. It looked as bad about a year and a half ago, and I cleaned it. And here we are back again to a major disaster. So I think that is definitely one of the reasons for me not really getting rid of stuff, but kind of organizing it into a nice way. So that's why as I am going to those videos, I am right now concentrating more on decluttering versus organizing. So this is probably the only exception right here is that Shurek, because I knew I was gonna get it for a long time because I needed that. But for the most part, you're gonna see that I'm just kind of getting rid of stuff. And organizing is gonna come later on. Right now, I just need to get rid of things I no longer need. So this is kind of the end result that you see. It zips up in the front, so you don't see the shoes and they don't get dusty. The only negative thing I have about this one is that I was trying to adjust different shelving. So I needed one to be taller for all the boots. And when I was looking on online, it did show a picture that you can adjust it, and you can. However, once you then try to put that cover on, it does not go all the way down. So I would have to get rid of another like shelf for it to go all the way down, and I didn't want to do it. So I just wish the kind of the cover was a little longer. But that's my only negative. But because this is in the basement, it's an unfinished basement, I didn't have that big of a problem with it. But it's just something I wanted to guys let you know in case you wanted to check it out. That if you're gonna use it for boots, you either have to get rid of one extra shelf that I had on the bottom, or if you don't need boots, then this is perfect for you. If you do, I would probably look for something a little different.
You told me more than once to show you my intention. My brain gets blocked at times, but now somehow I'll give you my attention. You've got to know that I ain't a person who understands all the clockwork of our romance. You make me feel so alive, always there in my mind. But I just don't know.
And as I was going through that pile of stuff, as you can see, I was finding a lot of the most random stuff, guys. The box I was showing you was a box full of paper. That's all it was. I don't know why it was there, what purpose was it supposed to serve. There was nothing in it. But I think that's what happens if you start piling up, just kind of throw random stuff in there without even thinking about it. Because that's just the easiest thing to do. And this is what I was talking about a minute ago, of having stuff over here that I just kind of like the table for the kids. I was kind of keeping it to give it to someone, or the shelves or the organizer on the right side. It has been there for like a year and a half. So clearly it's another thing I need to pay attention to. If I'm gonna donate that, it is happening within the next couple of days. It is not gonna sit there and wait. I either post it immediately on Facebook for things to be picked up. I ask my family member if they want it. If they do, I make it a point to drive to their house to drop it off or for them to pick it up. Otherwise, it is just gonna stay there forever. And once again, it just invites more clutter. So, another lesson I'm learning with all this decluttering. And let me know in the comments if anything that I have mentioned, if that resonates with you, if you are organizing your clutter, if you are keeping things to give to someone and they end up staying there forever. I'm like, what do you think is like the biggest struggle that you have with decluttering kind of over and over the same spaces?
Just don't know if I'll dance with the lights on. If you're gonna be moving on solo, wait a second, cause they're playing the best song. I'll be there if you reach out to me. Reach out to me. Reach out to me. Stone tonight, never to be said. Though I know I can't deny your eyes. I've got this inner battle. I don't know how to act. I ain't a person who understands the commitment of a romance, but somehow I need you close. I'll go wherever you go.
And I will be honest, as I am watching this video, as I am editing it, it is overwhelming to see the amount of stuff I had over there. Like it's funny how when you have it there and you kind of get so used to it that you don't kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of becomes like a second nature when I have a lot of, clutter in the basement. And now that, I had it, another section cleaned in it and I have been walking there for, a couple of weeks now, it's amazing to look back to see what it was and how bad it was. So it's definitely satisfying to see that it is clean, but it is amazing how you kind of get used to that clutter on some level that now it bothers me to even look at it, how bad it was versus before. It bothered me, don't get me wrong, but I don't think I realized how horrible it has gotten.
You and me stuck on the ocean now, nothing but waves and they're spilling in. I wanna dry up but you just keep on going, don't you? I don't even know how we got here, all my reasoning have disappeared. I wanna bury the hatchet and find the way back to our home, our home, our home. We don't have to drift.
Okay, this is a little progress. I have two full garbage bags. The shoes are organized. Then I have all these bags, they go upstairs. Those are hand-me-downs. The area here is things to go to the recycle. We're gonna donate this little table for like a train setup. This I wanted to donate, but I'm missing half of the bins, so that's gonna go to the trash, and I still have to tackle this area.
Have to drift inside this dome. I will not let us fade away. It's not a price I wanna pay, and it's not too late. No, we lost our purpose, chasing all that surplus. You were all that I need. I feel that we can break free. We can still go back there to a place with no cares. We can turn this ship around. We can turn this ship around all the way back home. Chasing all that we do not have. Chasing all that we don't have. Chasing all that we do not have. We do not all the way back home. Chasing all that we do not have. Chasing all that we don't have. Chasing all that.
And this part of the basement again had a bunch of random stuff. I had that chair from IKEA, which has been sitting there for so long because it is missing parts from the time we moved into this house, which was 5 years ago, guys. Like, it's just unbelievable how long you keep stuff when you don't pay attention. So it's stuff that you don't use. It's just kind of waiting for when you have time to get to it, and it just ends up you're not getting to it. I also had a lot of things that are like bins and different organizing things. So for now, I am keeping all of those because, like I said, right now I'm just concentrating on decluttering. and I know I'm gonna need those bins to organize or put away some stuff. So I'm just kind of putting all the kind of boxes that are empty and all the organizing things in one area. And as I am going through it, I know I'm gonna, when I'm organizing, I'm gonna use some of them, and whatever I don't, again, it's gonna be getting, decluttered, if you will. Another thing I wanted to tackle on that day was a box with Halloween stuff. Since Halloween was over, I was putting stuff away. I thought this would be a great time to basically declutter that box because there was a lot of things in there that I no longer use. I didn't put it out in a while. So I wanted to go through it. So as I'm putting it away, I know it is decluttered. On the next video, which is going to be probably next week, you're gonna see me going through all the other holiday boxes because I have, boxes for basically for Christmas, Easter, all the typical holidays. And I am decluttering that in next week. So definitely make sure that you are subscribed and you have your notification on if you want to see that process as well. And as you can see, I am getting rid of a lot of things over here because again, it's one of those habits that I have, bad habits that I have developed that, I am keeping this decoration, just in case I want it next year. And then I don't pull it out. I have not pulled out some of this decor in the past 2 to 3 years. So if I haven't pulled it out, I'm not using it. Let's be honest with ourselves here. So let me know if you also struggle with that holiday decor, or are you actually good at getting rid of it, getting new one? Because I feel like I have been just keeping a lot of stuff that I don't use, and then just get a little few items each year, but never getting rid of the ones I no longer use. And it's amazing to see how clean that space is compared to what it was at the beginning of this video. Those are just some of the flower pots that I will be using. I'm just putting it away over here. I'm making sure I clean that table because that's what I had kind of my setup area to assemble everything. So I didn't want to start cluttering the space yet again. So I just put them over here because I will be in the upcoming weeks, I will be replanting some of my plants. But this is the end result. You see on the left, that's the holiday stuff I'm going to be going over next week. This cabinet is going on the garbage. All of this is all being thrown away. All of it, this one is thrown away. Whatever was going to be donated is already in the donation pile. But I hope it gave you some motivation. I hope you're ready to declutter your space. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.
Yesterday we could be ourselves. Didn't have much, but nevertheless, we were true to each other.